Yeah. Okay, so let's get busy with our next guest here. We have Keats Conlon joining us, and Keats, welcome to the station.
Thank you.
Do you want to maybe
Just do
give us a song, and then we'll come back and
okay.
talk to you some more.
I wanna take a stupid picture we both pretend to hate. I wanna fight a losing battle for a cause neither one of us appreciate. Break a million TV sets, tragic puppet shows with silhouettes. Make sure every room's a mess. Forget every code and key. I wanna share secrets and share battle scars, spit spill support and VCRs. Make every day extraordinary, carve it out of the mundane. And I don't have blue eyes like you dreamed about, and I don't have the type of hair you wanted. I don't hypnotize like girls in magazines, but I'd still kind of love to love you. And if you don't mind, I would love it if you could kind of love me too. I wanna cram a lifetime into every date. I wanna sell the world via Google and champagne. Skip a class to see magic, surf on buses though there's a room to sit. Make pillow forts we barely fit. Sing the wrong words to songs that haven't been invented yet. I wanna write our names on the pavement. I wanna save you from all the dangers of society and apathy, from piety, insanity, sobriety, audacity, and everything that's meant to be. I don't have blue eyes like you dreamed about, and I don't have the type of hair you wanted. I don't hypnotize like girls in magazines, but I'd still kind of love to love you. And if you don't mind, I would love it if you could kind of love me too. And I know that there are stormy clouds ahead, and I know that it's a battle without end. And there are times when I'm a fool, or you're so accidentally cruel, but I think that I could track it if you'd lend a hand. Even though I don't have blue eyes like you dreamed about, and I don't have the type of hair you wanted. I don't hypnotize like girls in magazines, but I'd still kind of love to love you. And if you don't mind, I would love it if you could kind of love me too. Kind of love me too. Kind of love me too. I would kind of love it because I kind of love you. Thank
Wow. I agree with Daniel Katz. That was amazing. I love the lyrics.
Thank you so much.
Wow. Did you actually listen to those lyrics?
The last line,
Oh, okay.
which
Well,
was a great line.
You know what? I listened to the whole thing and I loved it. It was amazing. Wow. Do you have a CD out yet?
I do actually. I just finished recording one in Windsor with Polaris Studios, and it's called Like the Poet because my name's Keats Like the Poet. And it's available on my Bandcamp right now online, or if you contact me directly, I can get you one. Or
Wow. That's a great tune.
Yeah. Is that your number one hit?
It's one of my one of the ones that I get requested fairly often. So of my fans, I don't know if it's still weird for me to call them fans. I don't know. I feel like I've just started accumulating an audience. So
Really?
yeah.
So how did that? I mean, first of all, where are you from?
I'm from Windsor, actually. I only actually moved up to Toronto about a month ago.
Yeah.
So I'm still pretty new to the city.
Yeah. So how do you like it so far?
So far, I'm loving it. I I've just been playing around as much as possible, doing open mics and networking, and just trying to get my music out there wherever I can. So.
And how'd you run into Daniel?
I was playing a show at Espeta Cafe on the Pedestrian Sunday, I think it's called, in Kensington Market, and they had like their window. It's like a garage door, and it opens up. So I was playing to the patio and to the inside of the cafe, and I was just playing out on the out to the patio, and a lot of people were walking by, and some people were stopping and listening. And then after I finished one of my songs, Daniel ran in and had written his name and the channel's website down and his email, and just like handed it to me and said, like, oh, I don't want to interrupt or anything, but I do kind of a TV show and I'd love to have you on it, and here, just email me. And so it was really nice. It was really flattering to have somebody approach me like that.
Yeah, good old
Wow.
Dan.
So do you play, Keats, with a full band, or is it just you solo acoustic?
Yeah, it's just me solo acoustic. I mean, a band looks like it would be fun. I've just never really had the opportunity to be in one. So,
But there's something about the feel of doing just an acoustic kind of intimate kind of thing, and it actually really suits the music.
thank you.
And I could hear everything, and that's the one thing I have, with the band. You can't necessarily hear all of the words, and you can't hear the story. And you're very much a storyteller in your lyrics, so it's
you.
really important to hear, because you really take somebody somewhere. You really paint the picture through the lyrics.
Thank you so much. I think of myself as a lyricist first. I mean, I love to sing and I love to play the guitar, but my real passion is for the writing. So so thank you so much. I'm glad that comes across, because that's the most exciting part to me, is the writing.
So do you have any other gigs planned? Or are you regular at Kensington?
I'm trying to become a regular, yeah. I'm in the process of planning another gig there right now. I don't have anything. I'm playing actually at the Acoustics Showcase at the Central on July 7th at 8 p.m. And I also have a website, just www.keatsconlon.com, and I have just all my upcoming gigs up there and stuff like that. So
Maybe if they build that Walmart right beside Kensington, maybe you can get a gig there.
I could be such a corporate sellout. It would be
Wouldn't that be
great.
good?
It would be so great.
It's all about the money.
Oh yeah.
Hey, would you do another song for us?
Yeah, sure.
Because that last one, it really did sound good.
Thank you.
What's this one called?
That last one was called Green Eyes, and this one is called Charity.
Okay.
Had a dream that I was young and dandelions weren't weeds, and every ship I sent to sea always came back to me. Had a dream that I was young and words were just a maze, plotted out in black and white across the pictures on the page. Charity's been awful selfish lately. Joy is putting on a frown. Hope has cats she will not answer for. Grace is slipping, tripping over nothing at all. Had a dream that I was young and every game was fair, and every fit of laughter would do much better to breathe than air. Had a dream that I was young, the birds could fly much higher, but I knew I could reach them once I grew a little taller. Charity's been awful selfish lately. Joy is putting on a frown. Hope has cats she will not answer for. Grace is slipping, tripping over nothing at all. At all. But every day I wake up older. I'm no stronger for the change. And every day I wake up hoping I've passed tomorrow. I'm heading on towards yesterday. Had a dream that I was young and monsters just had fangs. Cats didn't hide their scales and hooks under dresses and bouquets. Had a dream that I was young, the world stopped at my lawn. Life was just a page to be drawn on in every color crayon. Thank you.
That one was very short.
Yeah, that one was a shorter one.
So that one, so when you do your writing, Keats, because that one seemed a lot more intense than the other one. So when you do your writing, do you go into another space, or how do you do this? Is it personal experience that you speak from, or?
It's, you know what, it's different for every song. I mean, some songs just the entire thing sort of comes together, and other songs, like this song in particular, I had that chorus for months, and I tried a million different things with it, and I just couldn't get it right. And then I started playing around with the verses I wrote, but like it was completely separate from the chorus, and I was like, oh, I don't know what I want to do next with this, and they just fit together perfectly. Whereas other songs I do all in one sitting, like Green Eyes, I think I did almost all in one sitting. So
Wow, interesting. So are you one of those people who kind of walks around with a little pad and a pen, so that or you just take like a napkin, serviette or whatever and start writing down ideas or lines for songs or concepts? Or
yeah, I often do stuff like that. I try to have a notepad on me at all times, just in case I do get an idea or anything, or I have one right by my bed, because I generally tend to come up with them like in the middle of the night or something, and I'm always like, oh, I'll remember it, and then I completely forget the next morning, so I have to write it down or else I won't remember. And so yeah, they just, it just comes to me at random times, so like I need to have something with me.
Now here's a question we ask a lot, Hugh. We always ask about like melody writing versus lyrical writing. So how does that work? Do you actually get melodies, or when you write lyrics, does the melody kind of come along with the lyric? How does that work for you? Because you work by yourself. Some people work in partners, so it's a little different.
Yeah, generally for me, the melody usually just comes with the lyrics. Like,
okay.
Usually when I come up with a line or anything like that, like generally it comes with a melody in my head.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes I change it around, to make it sound better, or if it doesn't quite work. But yeah, I mean, like I said, my focus is generally the lyrics. I'll be the first person to say I'm not the most innovative musician. I try to do my best and try and do cool different things, but so it's always lyrics first for me, and then melody.
Okay, interesting.
And sorry, I don't know if I missed this, but do you have a band as well that you play with?
Oh no, I don't. It's just me at this point. I'm not against like being in a band. It's just the opportunities never really come up
Keats,
for me.
do you know that Hugh plays bass?
I did not know that.
Well, I'll tell you, when you were playing your first song there, I had some drum rolls occurred
in your head.
to me in my head, and I thought I can hear the band kicking in at this time.
Wow.
And I'm just curious because, is this your main thing? This is your work, your life's work? Is that why you came to Toronto, to make it as a singer-songwriter?
Kind of. I mean, I've been doing this for a while just on the side, like just playing shows here and there in Windsor, and I just graduated from the University of Windsor with my psychology degree, which is, a little off. And my plan was to go on and get my master's and my PhD and everything and become a psychologist. And but then, I got through 3 years of university, and I just kind of thought, like, I'm never going to have another chance, like, to do this kind of thing. It's now or never, so I'm taking a few years off, and I've got some money saved up, so I've been living off that right now. It'll probably get me through the summer, so I just want to play as much as I can. Best case scenario, I get discovered or whatever, and worst case scenario, I have a really fun few years doing what I love, and then I'll either go back to school or get a job with the degree that I have, and just as long as I can still like play shows on weekends and stuff, I'll be happy. So
Do you want to move back to Windsor, or are you happy here in the big city now?
I
really enjoy the big city. I mean, like, I actually, I loved Windsor. I mean, the music scene there is actually really supportive, and I had a really good time playing around there, but I needed a change, you know? I felt like in order to grow up, I needed to, like, you know, move out of my parents' basement and get my own place and everything, and so it just felt like the right time, and so far I love the city. Like, I'm so happy here.
Except on a hot day like today, it's sometimes nice to be in your parents' basement.
That's true.
Well, yeah, but you know what? You can go to a basement here, or a mall.
I love the heat, so I'm loving it. So
See, I think we're like the two people in the world because
Probably.
I'm loving the heat, and everybody's already complaining, and that's like we're day number 2 or something in the heat, and I'm
I
just
know.
so grateful for it. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'd love to hear one more song if you could, Keats.
Yeah, definitely.
Are we catching you off
Oh
guard?
no,
Were you only expecting to play 2?
I can play another one. Yes. This next song is called Attempted Love Song.
Okay.
And thank you so much for having me. It's been a lot of fun.
Good luck. I hope you get discovered.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you know what? A psychology degree is a great background to write, actually, because you understand human nature, the psyche. That's
You can write out about all the psychos you're trying to help.
yeah,
You can become a singing
I feel like
psychologist.
there's, you know, a client confidentiality thing there that I probably can't.
Just don't mention
but-
their name.
That's it. That's all.
No, that's probably fine. Oh. I was sitting around, I was kicking about, useless as always, listening to the radio, hearing all the songs go, oh, 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 oh. A girl came on, she was singing strong about that word called love. Figured it couldn't be hard, since I'm kind of apart. I wanted to write you a love song, but I got so nervous, and I wanted to write you a love song, but it all sounded stupid. Wanted to write you a love song that could stop all time, but I couldn't write one long enough. I couldn't keep it short enough. I couldn't get it to rhyme. I tried to picture your face for some inspiration, but I just got sidetracked. Tried to think of the days we spent so well, but then I called you to hang out. I tried to be poetic, but it all turned out pathetic. The only words that would come out of my mouth were la 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 la. All I could come up with was la 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 la. And I wanted to write you a love song, but I got so nervous, and I wanted to write you a love song, but it all sounded stupid. Wanted to write you a love song that could stop all time, but I couldn't write one long enough. I couldn't keep it short enough. I couldn't get it to rhyme. Tried to describe the way I felt that day we first made contact. Made up some metaphors all about the way you made my heart soar, but it often a cliche, and I didn't want to pay any homage to Taylor Swift songs. Couldn't even come up with a better melody than G, D, C. And I wanted to write you a love song, but I got so nervous, and I wanted to write you a love song, but it all sounded stupid. Wanted to write you a love song that could stop all time, but I couldn't write one long enough. I couldn't keep it short enough. I couldn't get it to rhyme. All I could come up with was la 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 la. All I could come up with was la 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 la. I'm still working with la 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 la. How do you feel about la 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 la?
I heard some of them.
Okay, so you are just as good as Taylor Swift.
Way better.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
But who's GDC?
Oh, it's their chords, and that was the melody. Although, actually, it infuriates me now that I think about it, but because I have a capo on, those aren't actually the chords. Without the capo, it would be like the hand movements are GDC.
Okay.
But with the capo, it moves the melody up. So the chords are now something different, and I wrote it before I put the capo on it.
Ah.
And I realized that recently, and now every time I sing that line, I'm like, it's not actually GDC.
Isn't that interesting? So what would it work if you changed it from GDC to FAM or whatever it is?
It would. I could probably still get the melody line generally, but it would be in a different key, so it would sound different.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
Anyway.
There's a little trivia thing for you.
It sounded great, Keats. And
Absolutely.
did you bring a copy of your CD?
I did, actually, if you want one.
Well, I want to hold it up to the camera
Oh, yeah,
if it's
I can get it.
handy.
Don't-
If
I'll
it's
get it.
you
I'll
stay
get it.
there,
Show me where it
Keats.
is, and
just
I'll get
tell her where
it.
to
Show me
get
where it is, and I'll get it.
And then, yeah,
I don't know
okay.
where my guitar case is.
Well, we'll.
I'll go find it.
You know what? Forget it. Okay. So, but anyway, we want to tell people where they can get a copy of it. Where can they do that?
Well, they can get a copy of it on my Bandcamp site online, which is www.keatsconlon.bandcamp.com. Or you can go to my website, which is keatsconlon.com. And it's... Thank you.
Is there a link to a place to buy it on your keatsconlon.com?
Yeah, there's links to buy it there, and lyrics and photos and a bunch of different stuff on my site there.
And what is your next gig coming up?
Oh, this one's got a scratch on it, but my next gig coming up is at the acoustic showcase at the Central on July 7th at 8 p.m. But I don't have one of my own shows coming up anytime soon, but
Okay.
I'll be posting them up on my website as they come up.
So what are you doing at that show then? If that's not your own show, you're...
Oh, it's an acoustic showcase, so it's like a variety show kind of. It's a bunch of different acoustic artists, and I'm not entirely sure. I think I'll probably be playing 2 or 3 songs on there.
Okay.
So,
Very
but
nice.
It should be a good show. So
Okay,
people
great.
should come out to it.
Well, here, I want to show the CD on that camera over there. Let's see what it looks like. And there you go. That's what the CD looks like. Keats Conlon, like the poet.
Like the poet.
Yeah. So, Keats, thanks for doing this today. And
Yeah, no, thanks so much for having me.
come back anytime, especially if you release a new album. And it really sounded great. So
Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Thanks for
Good
doing
luck.
Thank you.
The singing psychologist.
now we have a. The world's got too many psychologists already, right? So she's just a singer-songwriter. She's
Okay.
going to make it big as a singer-songwriter.
Okay.
I could tell that. Okay, so we have...
Well, her music will be have a psychological effect because it'll calm people. So in that way,
I hope you're right about that.
that's what music is supposed to do, right?
Not necessarily.
Okay, true.
Ramstein has an opposite effect.
Yeah, you know what? And heavy metal and stuff like that, that's hardly calming.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Actually, we're going to come back in a few minutes. Pete Eastmere is here. He's got a new